There we go. Hello everyone, my name is Anderson and today I'm gonna be teaching you guys how you can configure your first Kubernetes services within the Azure itself. So basically, make sure that you have, or actually not make sure, but I assume that you have your Azure account configured and you have access to the portal, and make sure that you have your Azure CLI configured. The reason for that is because we're gonna use the Azure CLI to authenticate against your Kubernetes. And also we're gonna just execute one command to make sure that the nodes are alive, okay? So let's jump to the practical and let's see how it works. So basically, log into your Azure portal and then search, in the search bar, search for Kubernetes. So Kubernetes, you are gonna find Kubernetes service, just select that one. You are gonna end up here in this creation page, just click over create and then select create a Kubernetes cluster. Okay, you can close this blade here. Then you're gonna have these options here, which is you have to select your subscription. You have to select your resource group. In this case, I don't have a resource group. So what I have to do, basically, I'm gonna create right now. So I'm gonna just click create. I'm gonna give a name to the resource group. So the resource group is gonna be resource group, and then it's gonna be my Kubernetes. That's gonna be the resource group name. Okay, I just click over OK, and here you just give the Kubernetes name. So it's gonna be Kubernetes demo. Okay, that's the name. Here is the region that you want. So I'm gonna leave as Europe, East Europe. Okay, I'm gonna select this one. Here in the bottom, in the Kubernetes version, you can select the version that you want, but let's leave it default. Also, the node size, which is the size of your node, I'm gonna leave as default as well. The outscaling, let's change it for 3. This is the minimal amount of nodes that we want running in our Kubernetes cluster. So the outscaling is gonna make sure that we are gonna have at least 3 nodes running, okay? Okay, let's jump. We can review and create already, but let's jump to the next session and let's see what is waiting for us. So in this option here, we're gonna have the node pools. We're not gonna change anything here. We're gonna just leave it default. The same for the authentication. For the networking, we're gonna leave the same for the Kubernetes. For the integration as well, just leave as it is. If you want to create a container registry, or if you don't know what is that, I recommend you have a look in the documentation itself, because here's just like a kickoff. You know, it's like how to help. It's just basically to help you how you can create your first Kubernetes. I'm not gonna get into details for each sessions, but in the documentation itself, they are very clear in this information. So let's just leave as it is. So I'm gonna click over tags. You can give name to your cluster. I mean, just to managing the cost of your infrastructure itself. I'm not gonna add anything here. I'm just gonna click over review and create. Okay. Right now, it's just validating all the information that we gave to the cluster itself, or to the Azure itself. So the validation was okay. So we should click over create, and then I think it's gonna take around 5 minutes for the creation itself. It's gonna depend on each environment. So I'm gonna pause the video for a few minutes, and then I will come back. Okay, guys, we are back here. The deployment has been completed. So let's go to the resource and let's see what is waiting for us. So basically, if you check, let's do even better. Let's go back to the resource groups. Let's check what has been created to us. So basically, we have got here the Kubernetes resource group that we created, and also we have got here some other resource group, which is this one. So let's see what we have got inside. So we have got here like the public address. Well, actually some resource was created inside this resource group. And then let me check if I can scroll up. Well, never mind. So we have got here like the root table, the virtual machine scale set, and then the virtual network, the load balancer, all that the cluster is gonna need to work smoothly. Okay, so let's go back to our resource group, and then let's click over this one, and then here we have the Kubernetes access that we need. So we are gonna click over this Kubernetes demo, which is the name that we gave to the Kubernetes service. Then basically what we have to do, we have to connect to our Kubernetes cluster to make sure that everything's work, right? So let's click over connect. Then if you're not under the subscription that you just created the cluster, just copy this string here, or just click over here, and then you're gonna copy and paste it on your terminal. Make sure that you have your Azure CLI configured. And then the next step is gonna be AKS get credentials. So just click over this one and then run this command here on your terminal. So I'm gonna execute it right now. So, okay, I've got this error here, but it just complain about the permission that I have in this .cube, which is fine. I'm gonna change it later. It's not a problem from Azure or whatever. It's just myself. So, okay, I managed to log in. So right now I'm gonna make sure that I've got the nodes that I created previously. Remember that I've got 3 nodes, so I need to make sure that these nodes is over there. So I'm just gonna execute kubectl get nodes. Let's see if it's gonna display the nodes that we have. Perfect. So it seems that we have our Kubernetes cluster running, and then we have the nodes, which is also working, and that's it. If you have any comment, if you have any question, just leave it below the video, and I'm gonna help you. Okay? Take care. Bye bye.